I want you to think about some of your own personal goals. First, what are some of your short-term goals that you want to achieve tomorrow, next year, next month? Second, what are some long-term goals that you want to achieve within the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself health-wise, family-wise, or career-wise? When choosing what speech I wanted to highlight for this significant speech, I was super stuck. None of the super emotional ones really spoke to me. I love the motivational and inspirational speeches that are kind of like, hey, get your ass out of bed and do something. And I found one by Denzel Washington. And he kind of helped me to think about and reevaluate my own life goals. Before listening to his speech, I would say that my big goal in life is obviously to go to vet school. And that's all I really think about. However, he's kind of taught me to think about more of those short-term goals and those long-term goals together, which I had never really thought about. And he says that people with this mindset and who show hard work go on to become really successful people in whatever they do. This speech was given in May of 2015 to Dillard University, which is in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's a private liberal arts college. Washington has struggled himself with his own failure in his life. For example, when he went to college, he turned out to be a pretty poor student and didn't really enjoy college. However, after a couple years of self-reflection and reevaluation of his future, he decided to go back to college in pursuit of a BA in drama and journalism, which he received in 1977. Washington eventually went on to become a world-renowned actor and a really well-respected director and producer. He's won numerous Golden Globes, Oscars, and other prestigious awards. He travels the world to give some of his famous speeches. However, his speeches that I like the most are his commencement speeches because of his success and his failures in his life. And through these life experiences, he paints these really amazing moral stories that young people really understand. And on this really sweltering hot day in Louisiana, he began his speech by reminiscing on what it was like to be in the shoes of the college students listening to his very own commencement speech. He goes on to tell a quick few life stories, but then brings it home by advising the students to not be afraid to fail by taking chances and setting goals through saying, take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test with 9 dots, and you have to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. And the only way to do this was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day, sometimes just to not curse somebody out, simple goals. But have goals and understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. To achieve these goals, you must have discipline, which you all already have. And consistency every day, not just Tuesday and skip a few days. You have to work at it. Every day you have to have a plan. Every day. You've heard the saying that we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've all grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mom told me, you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. Continue to strive, continue to have goals, and continue to progress. In my opinion, this speech is extremely effective. I mean, for me, it's helping me to reevaluate my own goals and kind of think about those short-term goals. And I also think that this speech can apply to anyone, not just those college students that he's giving the commencement speech to. It's important for us to know what it's like to fail, to achieve, and to plan at any age or in any stage. So whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, a senior, or even a college professor watching this right now, it's important think about what's important to you in order to find your own success, whether that be right now or in the future.